Hello everyone, welcome to episode 3 of reading my physical TBR. If you have not seen episode 1 or 2, basically in this series I am trying to get through my physical TBR. So every month I use a random number generator to choose one book off my TBR shelf, and with that random number generator I then read the book and I do a spoiler free reading vlog of the book that we have chosen. And I think it's just fun to like see what I randomly get from the number generator. Like, I honestly love games and I love the randomness of the selection process. I will link episode 1 and 2 down below, but you definitely don't need to watch the episodes in order or anything like that. So a couple days ago, I used a random number generator on my TBR shelf. I am going to send you back to that footage to see what book we chose for episode 3. I'm very excited for this one, guys. Okay, you know how this works by now. I counted all my books recently and I have 172 books on there. So we're gonna use the random number generator and see what I'm going to be reading for this series. I'm just gonna click generate. Okay, we got 56. So let's count and figure out what we're gonna be reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. I'm fucking over the moon. I'm over the moon. The random number generator is doing me so fucking good. We've got Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. This is the sequel to Delilah Green Doesn't Care, and I read that last month in February and absolutely fell in love with it. So I'm so excited to read the second one in this month. I know that I'm gonna fall in love with this one as well. So yeah, I'm going to send you back to present day Jamie and we're gonna start this novel, which I'm so excited about. So as you guys saw, I'm so excited to read Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. It just looks so freaking good. So as I said earlier, it is the sequel to Delilah Green Doesn't Care, a 5-star romance novel for me. We're following Astrid, who was Delilah's stepsister, and Astrid has recently, I don't know how to explain this book without spoiling Delilah Green. I don't know, you don't need to read the books in order, but it certainly helps to read Delilah Green first so you get an idea of what Astrid has been through. Basically, Astrid feels like her life is a mess. She feels like she's going through all these failures, but she puts heaps of pressure on herself to be perfect. Basically, she's very depressed and she's trying to get her mother's approval, so she gets put on this job to remodel this home. I think it might be like the country club or it's the inn in this small town, and while she's like remodeling that, maybe I think she meets this other woman called Jordan, who's the lead carpenter. I think maybe there's some playful enemies to lovers vibes. It is a sapphic romance and I'm so excited to get all the lesbian goodness. First of all, Jordan just looks hot. Like, on the cover she looks so sexy, and Astrid kind of looks like me, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even really know that much else about the book, but I'm just gonna dive straight in. It's a Friday night. My only plans for tonight are to do heaps of reading, and I'm going to be starting with this one. So I'm gonna have a glass of wine, I'm gonna sit down on the couch, get comfortable, and start my book. So I hope you guys enjoy the vlog. Raining, which is amazing, and I also have sushi on the way, so it's looking to be the most amazing Friday night of my life. But I'm on page 7. I'm on page 7 of Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, and one thing that I want to mention that I feel that Ashley Herring Blake just does so well, like, which makes her writing feel very professional, is that you always know what her characters look like. Like, she is so good with imagery. The way she's just described this character, who I believe is going to be Jordan, is so good. I can picture her in my mind, like every single outfit that the characters are wearing, I can picture it in my mind, and it's not in a way that's heavy-handed. Like, Ashley Herring Blake isn't the sort of writer, I think, to write characters who always constantly talk about how tiny they are. It's more just like the facial features and the outfits and the way they style their hair. Like, I know exactly who this person is based on how Ashley Herring Blake has described their earrings or their septum piercing or anything like that. And it's so good that we're just not going to need those reminders throughout the book. Like, already I'm like, this is what every character looks like. And I don't know, it just feels really professional. Also, another thing that I didn't realize about the plot, but it's actually for a reality TV show that Astrid is like redoing this in, and it's also for a reality TV show, which is honestly so fun. I love like TV show type tropes in books, which I'm really excited for. My sushi is nearly here, so I'm gonna eat that and have a little break, maybe watch something, but dive straight back into this. I feel like I'm gonna be doing a lot of reading tonight. I think my goal is to get up to at least page 100 and then just read it for the rest of the weekend, but already I'm feeling really good about this. Hello, still reading this, but Ben's reading Six of Crows for the first time because he said that he wants to read Six of Crows before we watched season 2 of Shadow and Bone, because he loved season 1 when we watched it when it first came out. So of course we have the classic Victorian era ASMR atmosphere, a candle, and we're having a little reading party together. I have just made a cup of tea, and actually let me put you down so I can tell you more thoughts about the book. So I actually haven't read that much because I've had some breaks and stuff. I've gotten into my pajamas, taken my makeup off and all that jazz, but I'm now on chapter 4, so I'm on page 36, and we've just had a chapter with Jordan, who is the love interest for Astrid, and I love her already because she has this like obviously really awful first impression with Astrid. That's how they meet, and it's like disgusting. Like, Astrid treats her like shit. In this moment of despair, she pulls out a set of tarot cards, and like that's kind of what she reaches for. And what I find amazing is that Ashley Herring Blake knows about tarot cards, like, because I read tarot and I really love tarot cards, and it's really clear when an author or like, you know, a director of anything, they want to include tarot for the aesthetic but like don't know anything actually about the reading of tarot, because they'll say that a certain card means something that it absolutely does not. And it's really clear that Ashley Herring Blake has the knowledge, or at least has like done her research, which is just a nice little detail. But yeah, already loving Jordan. It seems like she's got quite a hard, like quite a sad backstory, so I'm excited to learn more about that. And also at one stage I did laugh out loud, and it was when Astrid had seen what Jordan like named her contact as in her phone. But yeah, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm probably just gonna read for a little bit more before moving on to doing some editing before bed, because I am kind of swamped with editing that I need to do. But so far really good, exactly why I liked Delilah Green, so this is going to just be more of the same, I imagine. Good morning. Okay, so I got up to page 75 of Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail last night, so I'm now on chapter 8, and oh my god, I'm just really enjoying it. Like, it's definitely enemies to lovers, and Astrid and Jordan, like, it's the sort of enemies that I love, where it's like they are real enemies. It's not just like, oh, like we kind of dislike each other but like we're attracted to each other and we want to spend time with each other all the time. They're like genuine enemies, and I honestly love those vibes because it means that the tension is just building so much more. I'm obsessed with it, and I'm obsessed with how the story is unfolding. There's been no semblance of like attraction. Oh, they're definitely attracted, but like there's no semblance of like any like between the two main characters. I definitely think that I'm preferring Astrid. I really like relate to her vulnerabilities, whereas we just don't know much about Jordan's backstory yet. But I think that's just because I'm biased because we saw so much of Astrid in the previous book. I'm just so excited to keep reading. I'm so excited to keep reading. I do feel like Astrid is going to have some discussion about her own sexuality in this book, because I don't think she's out, or she's never really like said that she's out, like not in the first book and not so much here. Like, she can acknowledge that Jordan's attractive, but like she hasn't really said anything about her own sexuality yet. and in the previous book she was like in a relationship with a man. So I'm excited for those sorts of discussions because I don't know, it'll be interesting. I feel like Delilah Green was really refreshing in the sense that I was just reading a lesbian love story between two women who were very, very like secure in their sexualities and they knew who they were. So there wasn't any of that discussion in that book. There might be some of that sort of discussion in this one, so I'm excited to see how Ashley Herring Blake handles it. I'm just about to start reading sprints for my patrons, so I think I'm gonna be reading more of this. I have another book that I'm in the middle of that I could also, I just realized I'm matching, wow. Anyways, I have another book that I'm in the middle of that I could read, but like this one I'm just the most engrossed in right now. I like want to read it so much. Like with the Finley Donovan book, like I'm not itching to pick it up. With this one, I'm itching to pick it up. And me and Ben are also going to be going on a picnic date today, and we're going to take our books with us because he is currently in the middle of Six of Crows and he's really loving it. So we're going to go on a picnic date today, which should be really fun. And obviously I will be taking this, and yeah, I think my goal, I didn't meet my goal yesterday. Like I wanted to read 100 pages yesterday. Didn't quite meet that. So I feel like my goal for today, because I have a whole day ahead of me, and also I'm not doing anything tonight, and Ben's actually going to see his family tonight, so I have the house to myself. That means that I think my goal is going to be maybe page 200 or over page 200. I also read really fast when we do reading sprints. By the way, if you weren't aware what reading sprints are, I just get on live and we all read together. I don't know, whenever I'm reading with other people or the camera is on me and I have to be reading, I always read so much more because I just don't get distracted. So yeah, I am going to start that now. I believe they start in 15 minutes. So I'm just going to do a little bit of setting up and then start reading, and I'll let you know how I go with this. Hello everyone. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have taken a little hiatus from this video and this book because I ended up having the busiest couple of weeks of my life. I had some like medical stuff happening. I was shooting a short film and I didn't think that the days that I'd be working would be like 13-hour days. So yeah, it was not what I expected, and I have been reading this, but I realized I was reading too fast and not being able to catch up with my vlogging, so I did put it on pause. But I think the last time I saw you was when I was about to do my reading sprints. I've obviously read a lot more since then. I'm on page 234, so chapter 24. I'm still absolutely loving this. We're definitely in like the romance side of it now. Astrid and Jordan are like getting together. We've learned more about Jordan's backstory. And one thing that I did want to say about the whole sexuality stuff with Astrid, it is just done so freaking well. Like, I don't know, like it breaks my heart what Astrid has been going through. And it's like we're dealing with like some of the worst kinds of homophobia in this novel, where it's just heteronormativity, like being forced into a box from a really young age. It's just, yeah, it's wow. It's really wow. The writing style is still just as good as it has been when I first was reading it. I think one thing for me is that, like, okay, we're gonna get personal. I think what I love so much about these novels is that I am a bisexual woman, which I've been very open about. Like, I've never really been in the closet, and I've known for a really long time that I was interested in women. So this isn't my like coming out video or anything. Like, I've spoken about it on my channel before, because I, you know, am in a heterosexual relationship, which is potentially going to be the relationship that I'm in for the rest of my life. Like, if things go well, like I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. Sometimes I feel really distant from the queer side of myself, and I do have like a history with romantic relationships and stuff with women, but that seems so far away. Like I don't know, sometimes I just lose touch with it a little bit, but like reading these books is like a way to kind of like escape into that side of myself. I don't know, it's just so beautiful. I love them so much. I know that I'm not really making much sense right now, and I'm kind of just gushing while not really telling you that much about the book, but I genuinely do think you should just read these novels. Like, they're just so freaking good and I love them so much. The way the plot is going, like the way the pacing is, I love it. So my hiatus for reading this book is officially over. I am going to be trying to read as much of it as possible tonight. I'm about to film some videos, so I do need to do that. I just have 2 to film, which is fine. They'll be really easy, really fast, and then I'm gonna dive straight back into this. And then I'm meeting up with some like bookish, like Twitch internet friends tonight, which I'm so excited for. I'm meeting them for the first time. So obviously, like, I'm going out for dinner, I'm doing that sort of stuff, but I'm gonna try and have like an early one so I can come back and read this, and also try and read as much of this as possible before I go meet them. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish it tonight. tonight. I feel like that's not too far out of the realm of possibility. I think I have like 150 pages left, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know I'm still loving this book, I'm still enjoying it, and my absence from this video is officially over. Not that you guys would have even known this, like I probably could have been like, it's the next day, but I don't know. I'll see you later. Please ignore Ben's little feet in the background. He's taking a snooze on the couch while I read, but I am having a little break to have some lunch before I go out to meet my friends tonight. But I got up to page 269, so I believe I only have like 100 pages left, so I'm feeling really good about it. But I'm so angry because this new character has come in, and she's not really like new, she's part of some like history of another character's kind of backstory, but oh my god, like she's so manipulative and I'm so pissed off. And if this starts a third act breakup, I will hate this third act breakup so much. And like, this doesn't take away from how I feel about the book, because honestly I love that I'm feeling these emotions, because I always love when I feel like really heightened emotions about something that I'm reading. But oh my god, I just need you guys to know that I'm experiencing anger. I'll see you soon. Hello my loves, I believe I have about 50 or 60 pages left of this. I'm so devastated, but like every romance novel, I should have seen it coming. We're experiencing a third act breakup. And it's really annoying because I know that I have 50 pages left. So 50 pages of a third act breakup, like there better be some fucking grand romantic gestures, because oh my goodness, this last half of the book has really pissed me off. And I don't know if it's in a good way or a bad way, because I love feeling emotions from novels. I love feeling anger, I love feeling hurt, I love feeling upset. That's how you know it's like a good book. But I'm like, I don't know if this is like good or bad. I'll definitely be able to tell when I finish it and I like have knowledge of the book as a whole and can appreciate it for like the whole thing that it is. But this third act breakup, I'm upset. Anyway, what I'm gonna do now though is I'm gonna sit down and completely finish this in one sitting before my boyfriend gets home, and we're gonna get this done. And I am going to share my final thoughts. If I have anything to update you with, obviously I will when I read these final pages, but we're getting it done. We're getting it done. I will see you soon. I finished it. It took me about half an hour, I think, to finish it finally. When I said that I wanted grand gestures, I'm just gonna say I'm happy. I'm just gonna say I'm happy with how it happened. It was all like the cutest vibe as well. Like every like motif and like piece of imagery and theme that I've loved in this novel, let's just say it's to do with that, and I loved it. I loved it. It was the perfect way to end it. One thing, I could be wrong about this. I 100% could be wrong about this. I feel like Ashley Herring Blake is slightly more biased towards Jordan and kind of paints Jordan in a better light. It feels like Jordan is very much the victim of all these situations. And I honestly had like a lot of empathy towards Astrid. So I didn't love how people were perceiving her at the end. I was like ready to defend her with my life. And I feel like sometimes in romance novels, like there's the clear person that's like fucked up, and then there's the person that like hasn't fucked up and is the victim of the situation. And sometimes I don't love that, because sometimes it can just be like two people not meshing at the time, but then they like mesh again later in a proper relationship. So I don't know, I don't really love that Astrid was kind of painted as this like villain. If people are in the comments being like, no, Astrid was a dick, no, she wasn't. I will protect her with my life. I think something that Ashley Herring Blake is so good at is creating really memorable, really believable, really well fleshed out characters. This book was definitely no exception. But you know what? I think I'm going to be giving it a 4-star rating. I think I preferred Delilah Green Doesn't Care just a little bit more. But honestly, so close to being a 5 stars. It just didn't have that 5-star vibe, but so close to being a 5 stars. And 4 stars is still a really good rating, obviously, for me. I'm such a harsh critic. So this, yeah. I'm really happy with the 4 stars. I hope you guys enjoyed this third episode of reading my physical TBR series. I feel like the random number generator has just done me so well with like all of the selections. They've all been books that I really want to read, so I've been feeling really grateful for that. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed episode 3. A reminder, if you haven't watched episode 1 and 2 yet, those are up on my channel. I've actually just made a playlist with all of them in one kind of area. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much. I had such a good time reading this, and thank you so much for spending time with me. A reminder that all of my socials are linked down below, and my Patreon if you are interested in extra content from me. One of our exclusive videos last month was actually a bonus episode of reading my physical TBR. So if you are interested in seeing more content like this, that's all on the Patreon. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I have many more videos coming out very, very soon. So I guess I'll see you in the next one.